And another unbelievable deep threat with a great chemistry with his quarterback, actually legitimately perfect chemistry with his quarterback last year, is Tyler Lockett. Perfect passer rating with Russell Wilson, unbelievable efficiency, and we're both so high on this guy. What makes you think he could be even better in 2019?
So, look, everyone, anytime a player in any position has one of these historically efficient seasons, everyone loves to scream regression, regression, regression.
Yeah.
And yeah, Tyler Lockett and Russell Wilson are not going to have a perfect quarterback rating together again this year. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to continue all these years, but you can still have regression and still end up being a better fantasy player if we're getting an increase in volume like it looks like we are with Lockett. I mean, he was the PPR wide receiver 16 last season. He only had 70 targets. I mean, he benefits from returning. He'll get a rush here and there as well. Like that goes into that. But Dougie Baldwin's gone. He's retired. And as the Seahawks undisputed number one in 2015 to 2017, he averaged 115 targets per season. I mean, maybe Lockett doesn't get all the way up to that with Schottenheimer, and his historic run first, second, and third scheme. But if we're going to take a chance on a guy in a lower volume pass offense, it should be someone that we've seen just work as an elite receiver again and again and again. And I mean, this combination between Russ and Lockett is arguably the league's single best. I mean, I went through every single quarterback and number one wide receiver, looked at the career adjusted yards per attempt. The only duo that was better than Russ and Lockett are your guys Tom Brady and Josh Gordon. I mean, Mahomes and Tyreek aren't even in the top two, and obviously we've all seen how good those guys are. So the volume, I mean, you look at the receivers on the Seahawks. I like DK Metcalf and some of these guys, but all these other receivers are 6'2", 210 plus, and they're fast as hell. I mean, the Seahawks clearly have a type, but they're all outside guys. Lockett is in that slot role. There's a chance he does get more kind of high percentage underneath targets because Baldwin's gone, and we already know what he can do on deep balls. So yeah, man, sign me up for all the Lockett this year.
I'm all into it. And you mentioned that volume spike. There's a report coming from Brock Heward. He's been covering the Seahawks for the last 12 years. And he said, in early camp, he hasn't seen in 11 years covering the team, he's never seen the team make such a concerted effort to get someone the ball in different ways than Tyler Lockett. They're moving him in the backfield, moving him in the slot. Yeah, those are the reports where it's just like you twerk up a little bit downstairs to the desk, man. You read those, and it's so exciting to know how efficient
6 to midnight.
Exactly. Obviously the efficiency, you can't be perfect. Again, you don't think, but if that volume does, even 30-40% more as they're expecting, it's going to be. You compare him to, you mentioned Tyreek. I could totally see that Tyreek Hill style breakout this year, where he's just a number one receiver for everyone who takes him in round 4 or 5, and we're talking about him as a second rounder next year. I absolutely love Tyler Lockett. I'm going to scream that one on the mountaintops the entire offseason.